Hello, everybody. I'm a host of today's demo pitch. My name is Danilo Chernov. I remind you that demo pitch is a trial pitch dedicated to make sure you're 100% ready to present your project in front of VC funds. Let me introduce you to LATOKEN Investment Committee representatives, Jory Kloy and Maxim Uslamin, who will provide you with the practical feedback, highlighting the crucial points investors pay attention to. Let me emphasize two key aspects of a trial pitch session. First is timing. You have 5 minutes for a pitch. Second is structure. Your presentation should consist of 10 parts: company purpose, problem, solution, why now, market size, competition, product, business model, team, and financial. Let me give a word to the first product today, being represented by Sergio Martinez, Project Bureau Money. Sergio, can you please share your presentation with us? Thank you.
Sergio, you're on mute. Sergio? Is it Sergio or Sergio? I think you're on mute.
Yep, you're good now, Sergio.
Good.
Okay, can I start now?
Yeah, sure, you have 5 minutes. We're ready to go.
Okay, let's introduce Beer Money. Beer Money is a traditional brewery company, but we have one big innovation. What is the big innovation? We have a special token. That token allows us to have enough funds and much more. And we can have a traceability process and public accounts for the community. Let's later why we want to a kind of public accounting process. Well, what is Beer Money? We have a special token. And in the first, we choose Ethereum, but later we try to take the same token. Why? Because it's faster than Ethereum, and the cost per each fee is less than Ethereum. Why? Because sometimes, as you know, the CryptoKitties game, the fee rise crazy and too much. And sometimes if, for example, one person is going to buy a beer, it's not fair. Pay $2 for $1 beer. It's not enough for that people. And it's more consistent for a business process. And we have some special agreements with the NEM community. We have some agreements with Pedro Gutierrez, that is an ambassador in Latin America in NEM, and we have some agreements with the International NEM Foundation. Why Beer Money? Sometimes, for example, right now we have some crisis with the COVID. We know that it's not good idea have a cash or something like that. And sometimes, for example, we have two perspectives, from the customer and from the own business. Sometimes from the customer, we can provide a lot of discounts and special offers if we use our token. And for the customer, we provide a complete ecosystem. And with that ecosystem, the owner of the stores, of the shops, of the discos, can avoid some bank cost. And it's a good idea because they can provide a better service.
Sergio, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt. Is there any way you can fix the speaker or the volume? I'm getting like I don't know if anyone else is. I'm getting like a echo, not an echo, but it's just a little loud, I think. Can you just check that on your end? Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna check.
Thanks. Didn't mean to interrupt. It was just a little bit much.
It's too loud.
I know it's getting like an echo. That seems a little better.
Just a second, please.
Yeah.
I have one idea. I need to use headphones. Is it better now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, okay. It's an echo problem.
All right, cool. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Okay, what is the problem? For example, the idea in beer money is the usability, because there are thousands of coins and there are just only for do trading and they don't offer almost nothing. This is a good idea because we want to offer a token who offer a big usability, a back in beer. Then we think that this is the future of the tokens, because if you just have only a token for nothing, to offer nothing, they don't have a real value. The persons doesn't care about that, just only for trading purposes. The solution, we provide a complete ecosystem. What does mean? We have right now around 30,000 persons in social networks in our community, and we have around 4,000 persons in our Telegram group. And we have right now 10 companies in Mexico right now, and they want to use our token for their companies. Then we provide a complete ecosystem for stores. Everyone who wants to use that token in bars or pubs or something like that. Okay, so this is a big picture about the distributions of the tokens. One big problem with that is that every person who want to check a project, they check that. As you can see, we have a 65% for the tokens that are for the community, and just only a 10% for the development and founders. And that funds will be released in the next year, don't rank now. And we have a big and beautiful policy in that. We don't want to sell the tokens, we keep one, because we love that project. We have a 5% for the advisors in the same way that tokens will release the next year. And most of the advisors don't want to sell the tokens. 5% for the marketing, 6% for the bonus. And right now we just only use around 1% of on the referral bonus, 2% of the beer foundation, 2% of the airports, 5% of the exchange, and so on. This is how we are going to use the profits of the tokens. But I have to make a big clarification. This distribution is after taxes and obviously after the budget of the company. This is only the profits after that exercise. Then we want to buy again the tokens. Why? Because we have a burning process. Because right now we have 500 millions of tokens. It's too much, but we want to every month buy tokens until unborn it, until get just only 80 millions in the market. So it's a good strategy. For the company and the partners, the 30%. We have a beer foundation. Sometimes we want to retribute to the community our profits. We have a project fund because we have money, but it's not too much for everything, the profits. We have a special fund that we want to give to community. If everyone have a good project, we can send to us that project and we can check it. And if we accept that project, we can give that money for fundraising. We have some social works green fund that we want to give for have a green process in our factories, because sometimes the factories make a lot of pollution, and we want to be a green company. And the conscience fund, because we know that is alcohol, and some guys have some problems with that, and we have some special lines and so psychological lines or something like that to contribute that person who have to have problems with the alcohol. And finally, with the marketing. This is a high level idea of the business model. We have the clients, and the clients can buy the token. We have already some exchange to do that. We receive the coins. We know the business that our colleagues, our partners receive the coins for taxing or for pay the bills or for pay your night or something like that in that place. And we have something, I have something to tell here. We have right now a special strategy because we are now in the COVID. Then we are right now working right now to e-commerce, because we know right now it's impossible to open special leisure places like a bar or discos or something like that. And we have something very interesting after COVID, that is we are going to release so merchandising. We have some special bars that are made out for beer money, and we're going to promote franchise for that. Right now, we are registered in Colombia as a company. In this year, we are going to release our first project in Mexico, because we think that is a big commerce there. We are next to USA, that is our next expansion there. But right now we are talking with South Korea, and maybe we have some good news for the community there. This is a growth statistics about the beer in America that is constantly rising, and the crypto community rising here, that is completely increased every day. That we have a good expectations about that, about our acceptation of the product. Sorry. We have some kind of competition, but they are not a really competition, because they are not ICO. They are just only some kind of funny videos and no more. But right now we have a son of competition, which is agave coin. This is a tequila business that is still running right now, but it's tequila, it's not beer. Then it could be a complementary business partner or something like that, but it's not a direct competition. This is our team, and this is a picture for the project, because right now we're a company, and the people say, "What, too much people?" Because since the beginning we have the idea that we have a treatment as a company, because it's a good idea to have that scheme to be successful. And this is our contact, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Sergio, for the presentation. So in terms of feedback, let's start with the most basic thing. It was a bit too long. I mean, it was more than twice the time that our format allows. Yeah, we had some interruptions because of the audio, but it's still over 13 minutes. So it would be still over 10 minutes, even if we give the problems like 3 minutes. I think the main problem during the presentation was that you stopped and you wanted to clarify too many aspects, which is good when you have a conversation after after the actual pitch and you want to clarify things. But during the pitch, I think it needs to be more structured, a little bit less information, more pointy facts, and just go straight to the point. In terms of slides, I mean, I like the transitions, but I think even the time where you change from one slide to the other, it already makes you kind of, I wouldn't say waste time, but lose your speech. You kind
I know. We have to structure that better.
Yeah. And I think also I wouldn't, if it was me, I would put the problem slide, problem and solution slide before you talk about the token. I think you opened straight away with what is your product and how are you different, and then afterwards you went into the problem. So I would start with the problem first and then show how your company, how your token is the solution to this problem. Another thing, competition. Yeah, we often say how even though we understand that maybe the competition is not really, as you said, direct competitors or nothing like what you do, I would still probably show graphically what you guys do that is different from the others, so that even when you speak, they can not only see the logos or the name of the company, but also see how.
Okay, show facts out of that.
Exactly, basically, yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I think that's about it. I mean, I like the presentation. It's just a bit too long, and I think that if you eliminate those, little times where you stop and you try to explain further and clarify. For example, when you were talking about the taxes, I don't think it's a relevant thing in the 5-minute pitch. Those things you can always talk about afterwards, but within the 5 minutes, I think you just need to be really straight to the point. And yeah, and that's it. I don't know, Yuri, maybe you have some other things to add.
Basically, it does waste time the way that you were doing it, obviously. I mean, I kind of liked it, but it just sucks that it wastes time, like how you're going in and out and you see the main dashboard and you go in. And then when you're showing the team, I couldn't really see the team that much, but the other ones I saw pretty well. So if you are going to use it that way, I would maybe fix the team one, because I could only see like a picture. I couldn't see their names or anything really. The timing was a little longer, but obviously this is a demo. You can try it again and, kind of go to aspects. I liked most of the slides except the first two. The first two were kind of had a little too much text going on in there. And that I seemed like you were kind of stuck on those first 2 or 3 slides. That's where you kind of killed a lot of time. But just look into that, see what's more important to say. Also realize when you're going to speak to these, say that people are interested, maybe not give so much information all at once. Just people who are going to contact you, give them all that information then, and kind of just give just the general information. Just be quick with certain topics. And yeah, and with the whole tax thing, like Maxime was saying, yeah, you don't have to mention that right away. Just mention the things that are going to catch their eye. Like just put yourself in their place as an investor, you just want to kind of hear things that will drag you in. But other than that, I like the way how you used the slide. The colors was good. I kind of like the setup that you did, but it just sucks that it wastes time, like going in and out. It was cool. I liked it. But again, you're framed from time here, and that kind of stops you. But other than that, yeah, good job, man.
I would add something else. I really liked the slides about distribution, both sale,
Yeah.
token sale and revenue. But then you were literally stopping and explaining literally every percentage and why you would allocate that. I mean, that is a good thing when you already have an investor and you have to justify all of it. But during a 5 minute speech, I would just, explain literally in 20 seconds why the distribution is like this, and then go straight away to the next slide.
Okay.
I mean, that's a common problem. Don't worry about it. I'm sure you can cut in half the time of your presentation pretty easily. And I understand how projects can get carried away and want to explain more and more about themselves. But yeah, unfortunately, in this kind of format, you kind of have to be punchy and quick. So yeah, obviously we'll have all the time in the world to speak about the project afterwards when you attract interest, and you can have hours long conversations. But yeah, in this kind of format, you have to be straight to the point, unfortunately.
Okay, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, Sergio. Thank you, Jory, Maxim. Yeah, so here's Robert joining our demo. All right, have another project here.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Yes. Robert?
Hi, Robert, your speaker is not showing. Maybe you need to connect. You connected somehow.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Robert. We can see you now, but yeah, you're on mute. But if you unmute yourself, we will see you as well.
Yeah. Hello,
There you
Danila.
go. Hi, Robert.
Hello, Robert.
Hello.
You're ready to pitch today?
You betcha. You guys have some
Okay.
computers in front of you?
Yes, we do.
All right.
At least
I have 2
3.
projects.
All right. So please share your pitch deck. One of the projects already made a pitch, so you are the next.
Okay. Let me just grab it here. Let me just grab my pitch deck here. Okay. So I'm going to go over my secondary or this new project first. It's not something I founded. It was a recovery project. All right. It's called Corona Coin. It's sort of a new project. Okay. It's traded on a.
Ready.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. This here is called Corona Coin. It's an Ethereum-based platform token. Every week we burn the amount of viruses and infections. So the next.
Попытаться их поставить на этот путь, донести им, насколько это ценно может быть для них.
Danila, can you mute yourself, please?
Все жестче, но крайний метод это сказать, что если вы не будете меняться,
Danila.
вы будете уйти.
Sorry about this. Danila. Okay, good. Sorry about that. You can continue.
All right, so yesterday or today, I guess, we burnt 3 million coins. Okay.
Yeah.
Each week I report to the Discord chat, to the group there, There's approximately 85 people in this chat, and it's just growing now, just getting started. Uh, 77 members and 13 online. So you guys are more than welcome to check that out if you want to join that. The next thing we have is my Teen Coin, which is also an Ethereum-based platform token. It's geared at youth. In United States and Canada, we have what we call 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds. So it's an age group that is still in high school or still in school, and they're called teenagers. So we called it Teen Coin, and it was designed for youth. Okay, so large investors can enjoy a nice return since we still have approximately 12.9 billion of the coins in reserves, with only 600 million publicly traded. All right, the 600 million, or the 600 million that are out on the market right now in circulation have been acquired through a crowd fund. We did an initial coin offering for Teen Coin and raised $5,000 for 600,000 coins. Okay, it's traded on Finex Box Exchange and also on Saturn Exchange. I applied to have it listed on LATOKEN and did not have the listing fee at the time. Right now, the target market is aged between 11 and 39 and is opening their first digital currency account. So it's for new users. Okay. Older investors who see the value are also eligible to participate. Our secondary market are students as part of a Teen Coin loyalty program. So right now we're trying to partner with colleges, universities, and high schools, and obviously try and give them rewards. So if they complete a class program, they get 100 Teen Coin. Why we're positioned to become traders with these schools is because I wrote the first high school course in Canada, the first accredited high school course, and I have other connections which allow me to start distributing the coin. I'm sure you've heard of the Air Coins game. Have you heard of the Air Coins? It's a virtual reality game where you go around and you collect coins out of it's kind of like Pokemon Go. Well, Teen Coin's in that game also. So we have exposure to 100,000 people there. Here's the contract address to load it into the exchange. Here's the supply. Right now there's 900 million reserved for airdrops, bounties, and private sale. 12 billion has been reserved for a banking partner. All right, so a large reserve of this coin is still held by the reserve. There's only 600 million out there on the markets right now. The current market price is, let's just go back to our main page here. Here's the Saturn network where it's traded.
I think you stopped sharing your screen. We cannot see
Okay.
it. Okay, good.
So this is Teen. Now this is an Ethereum. Look at how cheap it is. Very, very low. If we look at the charts, we were trading much higher, up in the 0.006 range for probably a few months and even longer. Already we've been listed for a year and a half with low volume, not very much volume. We're still working on our uptake, finding investors. We have our basic Twitter. We just ran a 1 million Teen Coin bounty contest. and we're working on developing a LinkedIn page. So right now we have, I think maybe 8 or 9 followers, but what we want to do is start recruiting new people to start following TeenCoin on LinkedIn and start establishing it as a financial services company for youth. So right now we've set the home base is Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's got 6 followers, and we're set up as a financial services platform. There's the white paper there. And as far as a pitch deck, why should you invest? It's the only coin really dedicated to youth, to that certain age group. There's 13 million people coming out, or 800 million people that are within the category of being a teenager. So we've just been sticking with it. We have the Young Entrepreneur Program, which is our first post. This is for the younger business. So now we're accepting business ideas or use cases for individuals or institutions. We want to see how people will use this cryptocurrency within their own business. So we're offering 1 million coins per approved concept and up to 20 million additional coins to support development funding. Okay, so this is open till December 31st of 2021. They just complete the form, and I've received about 10 forms so far. So what I want to do is share this idea, have a marketing program that says, okay, we want to do the Young Entrepreneur Program and host it as a contest where the first 100 participants will get, 1 million teen or whatever. So we just haven't really been able to reach the right channels. I think if we had a link on the LATOKEN site or something like take our survey or, join our grow your business. But right now we're working with other groups. So let me just start my video here. You guys can see me. I'm at my cabin right now. But that's it. Any questions?
No, thank you for pitching.
You're welcome.
Okay, so basically, this session is more to give feedback and to proceed towards the pitching competition that we offer. So it's a bit hard to give you feedback because usually the format, I know that probably nobody nobody communicated with you beforehand because it was a very last minute thing. But usually the format is 5 minutes, and usually, well, it's 5 minutes per project. In your case, if you have 2 projects, you can either book 2 different demo sessions, or you can, pitch them one after the other. It's kind of difficult to give you feedback because, there's no pitch deck, and well, the format is a bit, well, it wasn't really a pitch, let's say, for institutional investors. So it's kind of hard for us to say anything, at least from
let's just set them up for how to pitch then. Let's explain. Can I interrupt, Maxine? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
So Robert, first of all, I did get the pitching. I got everything. Let's say TeenCoin. You were focusing a lot on what is not accomplished. Also, like, you're creating the LinkedIn page. You don't have to mention that stuff, especially to investors. And investors don't care about really bounties and all that stuff, just to let you know. Kind of just focus on TeenCoin itself. Why is it good for the community? Why are we doing this? What's up? Just focus on that. Don't focus on percentages that are bad, kind of what isn't done, you know, like making a LinkedIn page and all that stuff. Investors honestly don't care about that at the moment. You know, they want to know what your coin can do, what, you know, like why it's gonna be good for the community, kind of that, and then see like the financials, where you're at, what you're, obviously you don't have financials at the moment, but what the game plan is. And then that's where you need that pitch deck. You need that to explain, you know, sides. We can give you examples of that. Obviously, I'm sure you know, of like the 11 ways of like, you know, how to attack the investor, and just focus on like the one project 1 week and then focus on the other one in a week or two, and kind of maybe focus on teen coin since you were kind of attacking that more, and just create a pitch deck for it, man. Just think about it. These are investors. Some of these investors don't know a lot about techie stuff of, you know, crypto. They're kind of just want to throw their money in there. If they hear it right, they're good. They're not sitting there looking for bounties. You know, they're not, that's the user, not the investor. These guys got a shitload of money. They don't have time for that stuff, you know? So you got to kind of focus on what they're looking for. That's why the pitch deck is key. I know to us, like techie guys or whatever, you can tell me, I'll get it. I don't need you to show me visuals. I don't need that like to be a baby and look at that, but these guys do. So you got to focus on that, you know? And yeah, so do that. We'll send you what they're, you know, what are the 11 ones exactly, Maxine? What is it, like the problem, the solution?
I'm actually gonna send it right now in the chat. So This is usually the format that we recommend to everybody. So obviously talk about company, its purpose.
Yeah, each slide should have those in there.
Solution, why now, market size, competition, product, business model, team, and financials. Obviously, you're the one who at the end will pick and choose the ones that you want to display. But this is usually the structure that we recommend and that, you know, the investors respond the best to. So yeah. I believe I'll get your contact. I will make sure that
yeah, I think
I contact you. Yeah.
We've been in contact. I remember seeing it. I just wasn't prepared properly because I sent this pitch deck in the white paper, but it's not the right format.
Yeah, you're not the only one, man. This happens all the time. You're not the only one. Trust us. So we sit there, listen, we let you do it, and then we tell you after what's up. We're not gonna stop you midway. Be like, yo, like this isn't really what they're looking for. But we let you go because we like to hear what you're saying and kind of we can still give you advice, right? So yeah, listen to Maxine. You know, he's great, man. He knows what he's talking about. So follow his instructions, and then yeah, then we can go by it. And then eventually, obviously, I know you're listed on exchanges. You don't have the fees right now for LATOKEN, but the main attack is marketing, and we're awesome at that. So talk to Maxine about that. I know there has to be a fee. We apologize, but because we have a lot of other companies that we pay to help us in marketing, all that. So we have fees ourselves. That's why we're known. You know, it's not cheap to be known. So yeah, we'll work with you. Just come back to the demo when you're ready, and we'll give you more advice and better feedback. You know.
So how's the road show? I know you guys have been at it for about a year now. I've been getting emails, and you guys have just been really. This is sort of a new thing. I know it started out as kind of looking at getting ambassadors trained and things like that. Did that ever come through, or?
I know Friday or Thursday we had a huge one where like we had a lot of people just coming in checking us out. I think it was over 4,000 or 5,000. So that was a big one, like getting that amount, you know, people checking it out. But yeah, we've been getting all types of people basically just coming in and out. Now I noticed today we have someone basically showing you on video how to pitch and how to do it. So obviously every day we're growing and making it better and better because we see a lot of good results. So check them out. They're all on YouTube. You can I would check out the latest ones, maybe Monday, or even I think there was one today too. So you can see on there. We keep loading up. We do them live as well.
Do you guys mind if I throw a couple links on my news station, Coin Currency News?
I think that's okay, Maxine.
What do you mean? You mean here in the chat or?
No, he has you have a blog, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a blog. He wants to throw it on a blog. I think that's okay, right? To throw, I guess. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Well, to be 100% sure, we'll check and I'll be in touch with you, but I think there's no problem.
Yeah, so here's I started one of the first independent blockchain news sites solely dedicated to Bitcoin. I started this site in 2014.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, I've done a little bit of research. Well, depends what you call little, but since 2014, I've written articles, over 900 articles I've written on the blockchain. So I was here since 2014 writing, stories about different coins. I used to be a pretty big trader. I used to run a bunch of news for different corporations and things like that. So I did really well over the years. Yeah, like as there's a little search bar you can find there, and
what's it? Coincurrencynews.com.
Yeah,
check it out. Yeah, I mean, I don't see that. I mean, these videos are on YouTube, so I don't see why not. I'm pretty sure you're cool, so you should be all right.
Yeah, this is one of the most, for Teen Coin, I also created this health registry.
Okay.
It's to do with the coronavirus. It's a cloud health beta testing program. So what they do is they sign up for my project. So I started developing a platform within the Google Cloud Computing. So if this takes off, this was posted on February 3rd. If this takes off, we should get a whole bunch of interesting data from the community about that. So it's just a really easy survey. Are you healthy? Yes or no? And then what we do is we airdrop some coins to these. Are you healthy right now? Yes or no? What is your Twitter username, your country, and do you want to enroll in the Teen Coin Virus Immunity Program? So that's just one tracking tool kind of campaign that we're running right now to get in tune with this virus, just to take advantage of some more pop culture and news and stuff like that. So I've been using my news site on the side to help promote different stories and things like that. And yeah, it's got over 900 articles.
Cool.
And I think I've ran a few stories on LATOKEN, like with a few coins that list there. They'll say, "Oh, can you run a story on our coins?" So I think I actually emailed you guys saying, "Would you be interested in having new coin listings or ICOs news announcements being syndicated to this page?" That's one of my key goals when I was when I initially contacted. I think it was Danila. I contacted him to work with you guys, saying that I'd like to be a syndicating partner. So when a new coin releases their information, we can run it right on the news site in conjunction with LATOKEN's news profile. So you guys have your ICOs
or IEOs.
Or IEOs. Yeah, your IEOs. And what we do is we just charge $100, but we'd syndicate every important news piece directly from your featured stories blog, also on the Coin Currency news blog, for just a small sum of ether or a small sum of whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that something of interest, or?
I'm not sure. That's not our choice. We're a totally different department. So that's the thing. The thing is with things like that, like I get people that offer services all the time. The thing is, we like it. We have such a huge team that we would obviously just probably create it. So that's the only problem we have. But I can always run it by these guys and find out. But let's stick with let's work on your pitch deck and go from there. And then we can obviously collaborate in partnership through the future, and eventually something will come up. But yeah, I can mention something. But we have so much on our, Robert, we have so much on our plate, man. We constantly have so much work. I'm always asked by my wife, like, are you done yet? I'm like, I won't be done for weeks. So, I mean, things like that, I'm not sure. I have so much stuff to do. So I don't think that's something, to be honest with you, that they're really going to go full force, because we're full force on this online pitching right now. So I'll still run it by them and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so Team Coin was established in June of 2018. So this June, it'll be coming up and be 2 years old.
Okay.
So
Team, I need to announce that we are running out of time. So we don't have, Sergey, do we have any projects today?
Oh, not really. That's it.
Okay, so yeah, thank you, Robert, for
thank
your
you very much. I appreciate the feedback and the help, and I know you guys have been going hard, and it looks great at what you've been doing. I've been watching for a long time, so keep up the good work, and I look forward to working with you guys in the future.
Yes,
man.
soon.
Okay, thank you, Robert. Thank you, Sergio.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
See
Sergio.
you.
Yeah, have a good day.
Take care.